All right, in this video, we're gonna be talking about plotting points, which just means we're gonna have this dot that we wanna put in the correct place. All right, so we've probably seen the number line a lot before. So the number line has kind of 0 in the middle, and then going to the right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on forever to the right and to the left as our negative numbers. And we can use this to talk about numbers. So I wanna talk about the number 2, that's right there. The number 1/2 is in between 0 and 1 right there. -5 would be there. We keep the number line going in both directions. There's a number line, it just gives us a way to kind of visualize numbers in association with each other. But now what we want to do, instead of having just one number, we have this pair of numbers. So this is called an ordered pair. And generally in this class, we're always going to have the x value first and the y value second. X ends up being the input variable, y is the output variable. There's a bunch of other things we'll learn about the whole x and y, but for right now, we just want to be able to take any kind of pair x and y and put it on a chart. So what do? Well, we have our number line we started with. Right, 0 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put 5 there, -5 there. And then, well, we don't want to have a completely separate number line for the y, because then we're kind of having to put 2 points, one on the bottom one on the top one. So instead of having 2 separate number lines, what we're going to do is take this other number line, which I'll make a different color, and run it straight through the middle of our first one. And the zeros are gonna line up, so that's also 0 on our second axis, and we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. And since our first number line was going to the right, the first number, this is gonna be our x-axis, so that direction represents x, and then going up and down, that was our second one, that's gonna be our y-axis, that's gonna represent the y number. So let's do some examples to kind of see how this works. All right, so here's the picture. All right, this was our initial axis there. This is our x-axis. This is our second axis that we put in the opposite direction. That's our y. And if you look at the point 1, 2, 1 is our x value and 2 is our y value. So first we're just gonna go into the correct place on our x-axis, which is that first black one, and we're gonna go to the point 1. Well, if we start at 0 here, 1 is 1 to the right. All right, that's the point 1 for my x value. Now if I look at 2 for the y, I'd start at 0 and go up 1, 2. That dot, let me make it green. All right, that dot there represents 2 for the y value. And then the one dot that's gonna represent both these at the same time is gonna be this yellow dot here. Right, so that's the point 1, 2, because the 1 is to the right one, that represents my x value is 1. The y value going up 2 represents the y value 2. Right, so I want to do 2, 4. All right, the final answer is going to be here. Because we look at the comparison with this dot in our x-axis, that's at the point 2. And with our y-axis, that's at the point 4. All right, and 5, 3. On the x-axis, we want it to be 5. That's there. Let's do it in a different color. Let's do it in red. That's 5 on the x-axis. This is 3 on the y-axis. So when we connect, those are different things. They cross right there. That's our point 5, 3. All right, so we just want to make sure whatever dot we have has kind of going downward towards this x-axis has the correct x value, and going across to the y-axis has the correct y value. All right, so go ahead and plot this point on your own. Plot the point 3, 2. All right, and here's the answer you would get. The only thing you actually need is just the green dot there to represent the point 3, 2, but the red and blue line kind of show you why that's the correct answer. 3 on my x-axis, 2 on my y-axis. And again, this is x, and this is y. And that's x, and that's y. All right, now we'll do a few more examples. We're going to throw in some negatives. So we just have to know a negative for our x-axis. Negative is going to be over here, so you can see a little negative sign on that 5. For our y-axis, negative is going down. You can see the negative there. So I'm going to do -2, 3, -2. I start at 0 and go left 2. That's -2. And so it could be anywhere in this region along that data line is the x value being -2, y value being 3, that's our positive value. So I'm going to start at 0 again, go up to 3, and all of these have a y value of 3. Again, there's only one place that's going to have both those at the same time. That's the point -2, 3. All right, 4, -5, go to start at 0 on my x-axis, go right 4, that's there. My y-axis, because I have a -5, I'm going to go down, so we can see -5 right there. All right. And the place where those kind of two things intersect is going to be this point here, which just that point is 4, -5. And the last one, they're both negative, so I go to -1 on x, which means left 1. -3 on y means down 3, and that is the answer for -1, 3. Or sorry, -1, -3. And so negative values, just know that for x, that means you're going to the left. For y, that means you're going down. But putting together what we already did in the other examples, you can get these other points. All right, so go ahead and try to plot this one, which has 2 negative values. And there's the answer. All you need to do is put a dot for the point. I went left to -4, down to -2. And the multiple choice question for this video, what is the coordinate for the letter R? Just in case you can't find out, the letter R is right there. So you're basically finding what is the coordinate for that point there. All right, so once you've done the multiple choice, put down the correct answer, then do some practice for the stuff, and then do the skill check to show that you know how to plot points.